Here we go. Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Welcome.
guys. Welcome to episode 124 of Hearns Live.
That's it.
After a couple of disruptive weeks, we had a Wednesday show, then we had a Friday at home.
Yes, that's
Your
right.
normal service has resumed, and we are back in the studio.
How good's it feel?
Feels good. Feels good.
Last week we were at home doing our.
We were at home doing our thing.
Yep.
I was
That's a bit of fun.
toiling
We hadn't
away on the drifter thing. I was showing you about that.
Yeah.
You were showing us all the stuff that you were up to.
A few different things.
And Nick was showing us about all the stuff that he's been breaking.
Yeah,
So that's
big,
pretty
massive
cool.
truck.
That's really
Awesome.
cool. So welcome everybody. Who have we got with us today?
At the moment, we've got Wombat Workshop. He says, Bonjour, tout le monde. I think.
Is it?
I have no idea.
Panda's-
I don't speak French. but
Panda's gone mad.
He has.
Hey? And I bet Jeff's in there somewhere. Anyway,
Oh, someone's already guessed the car.
have they?
Oh, sorry, he's going to have to wait because we're not up to that yet.
Well, I was just about to introduce it.
Oh, yeah? Okay. We got Car of the Week. So what's the go of Car of the Week? What are we
Car of the
looking
week. Well, yeah. It is a themed car this week. It's a special week for us all in Australia. Big motorsport event.
at? What's that?
I don't know. A big motorsport event.
It sort of sounds a bit like a sausage, doesn't it? No?
You sound like a sausage sometimes.
I don't know.
So we need to know the make, the model, the year. The color would be cool. But yeah, and this is something really cool about this car, and
Yeah.
we'll get to it.
Now, the car itself is pretty easy to pick,
Quite iconic.
Yeah. but it's the rest of the details that we want to know.
Yeah,
It's a little bit tricky.
a little bit tricky. Well, we
Yeah.
hope it's tricky.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Let's see where this week takes us.
Yep.
What have we got to talk about this week?
Well, we've got some RC to talk about.
Got heaps of RC.
Some new kits that have come in. We've got a special car to look at.
We've got a special car with a special guest,
Yes,
haven't we?
we have.
We didn't get a chance to promote it too much. It just happened on the spot. But yeah, it's got a really cool thing that we'll talk about.
Yep.
And
We've got a brand new prototype kit to look at.
prototype.
It's not available yet.
Oh, that makes it so exciting,
How good
doesn't
is
it?
It's a bit of a reveal.
It's like the forbidden apple.
Yeah, it's a bit of a worldwide reveal.
Tantalizing.
Mm.
Can we call it a world first?
We can. I don't know if it is, but we can. We'll call it a
Hearns-
world first.
Hearns Hobbies world first right
That's
here.
it.
2 p.m. on a YouTube show.
Excellent. All
Well-
right, what else we got? Oh, Mr. Nine Step Boss Man, he's on.
He's
So
on.
Jeff. Hello, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
And Duxie's on.
Duxie.
Oh, he's asking
What's he asking?
MD 1.0?
MD 1.0. I've got a feeling that Mr. Dux, I've got a feeling I know this character.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
I have no idea who that is.
Really?
No.
Yeah. Think back to last week's show and yeah, that's his car.
Oh,
That was him.
Really?
That's the man,
That's a man.
the myth,
Oh,
the man.
all right. We're going to learn.
And we can have to change Jeff's name. He's going to be he's bunking with us, don't we? Bunkmaster Jeff.
Bunkmaster. 9 Steps Bunkmaster Jeff.
That's right. Fantastic. Well,
All right.
without further ado, I
Yep.
think we should get our special guest on
I reckon.
and have a look what he's got in store for us.
For sure.
What do you reckon?
Yep.
Come
Let's
on
get him
in, Paulie.
All
Can we get this one
Yeah,
out of
let's
the way?
move him out of the way.
Don't
All right,
break that.
let's bring Mr. Paul into the center.
Let's change it for something a little bit bigger, maybe.
Oh, look at that.
Ah,
Can you see that?
look
Yeah.
at that.
How good's that?
The overhead's going to need to pull
Thanks for
out on
coming in,
that one,
Paul.
mate. Thanks for coming in, Paul. Look
yeah,
at the side
thanks
of
for
that.
having me.
A big man with a big car.
An even bigger driving style.
What is it?
So this is a 1/8 scale GT Nitro vehicle. So
Yes.
with the World's fast approaching next year.
They just announced it only like
They did.
6 weeks ago, I want to say.
Yeah, New South Wales Moorbank 2023 will be holding the 8 scale GT Worlds.
Yeah.
They might also run electric, but it will be a Nitro predominant event.
Yeah.
So I thought, why not pick one up, try it out, test it out, see what it's all about.
It's pretty spectacular looking, this one.
And Paul
Thank you, yeah.
loves his Nitro. he's a 1/8 buggy monster. Hey?
And you know what? If there's a trophy for blowing motors, you can probably put my name on that list.
And
Yeah,
having fun.
absolutely.
I've had the joy of pitting for Paul. Not that it was a joy for him, pitting for Paul at some racing events. And we got to wear the F1
Yeah,
style
don't give this guy a
headsets.
headset.
I
Don't give
know.
him a headset.
It's crazy. Well, that said, I hope I get a Guernsey for your pit man. Hey?
Might have to fly you out for the event.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
right. I could be like a rock star, fly in with my little
Yeah.
headset on at
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
airport.
that's
yeah,
it.
It's
You
all
get your
right.
dark glasses.
Absolutely.
That'd be really cool. So tell us about it. So it's a 1/8 scale GT Nitro
yes.
car.
Yes. So the easiest way, I mean, if you typically look at the majority of the 8 scale Nitro GT cars, they're based off a Nitro buggy.
Yes.
So this one's kind of taken that next step or the next evolution. You can see it's really just kind of from the factory comes tricked out with all your carbon, all your aluminum bits.
So what car is this?
This is a Capricorn.
Capricorn.
This is a Capricorn Lab GT vehicle.
Mm.
They also make it in a electric version.
Yep.
This, of course, is the Nitro version with a 0.21 motor. And just, I mean, it looks incredible.
Huh?
Yeah, it looks
It does
incredible.
look beautiful.
I reckon we'll move this around here.
You
We'll
know,
start looking
I
from
think
the overhead, I reckon.
I think they've
Yeah.
copied a lot of the design from the
Let's
new
get this
Yokohama.
ready.
You know,
what? I saw the similarities. Yeah, absolutely.
so it does have the solid colored carbon arms with the bolted on fixtures and fittings. Do you want to get a
Yeah.
pointer?
Let's go pointing.
Do you want to get a pointer so you can point things out to us?
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that pointer.
So you can show us special things and talk us through it.
Absolutely. So on the front end,
Yep.
we
Yep.
actually have 5 mil thick carbon.
Wow.
Even though I think I can still probably break it, but yeah, no, I mean, look, it's an incredible piece of kit. You know, you have the open diffs on the front and rear. So to kind of give you a little bit more ventilation, a little bit more airflow, solid carbon arms, lower arms.
Yep.
If you look at the front dog bones, I mean, they're
They're
incredibly,
buggy spec.
yeah, very thick.
And they
very-
have to be. This thing's probably going to run in an hour-long final.
Don't jinx me. I'll try.
Yeah, yeah. But that's what the finals are going to be.
Absolutely,
Yeah?
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah. So,
So qualifying are going to be 7-minute heats.
yeah, so there's a couple of new kind of rules or regulations that have come into play to kind of keep racing a little bit more in line and feasible for everyone. One of them being is the vehicle does need to run 7 minutes before you can come in for the first pit stop, which eliminates kind of the fast spec motors. This is a 5-port Nitro motor that's been based off the OS Max Type R. It does have a little bit of the internals adjusted and changed to be able to run the 7 minutes, but still also have the power needed to kind of get that race spec going. Yeah, and it's just, I mean, I'm still amazed at the vehicle, to be honest. I broke in the motor yesterday. I had the opportunity to run it a little bit, kind of going back and forth just in the parking lot. And
You run a few tanks.
yeah, runs.
And this
runs
is a 2-speed vehicle.
It is. It
Yeah.
is.
I know it's common for a lot of nitro
You got a
pan
little
cars.
excited.
Did it? Oh, look, a little bit. I like it. Can I eat it? I want
What's
to lick
that?
it.
Oh,
Marshmallow juice.
That's right. They've got a 2-speed transmission in there, haven't we?
Yes.
So it will actually shift gears by itself.
Yeah, so I guess the trick really is to try and get it to switch into that second gear on the straightaway.
Yeah.
Time it right. So there's a couple of adjustments and tuning that you can do to kind of get that the 2-speed just right in the window.
Yep.
But yeah, this thing should hit 70+ K easy on the straightaway, if not more.
I would hope more. You know, I mean, everybody says
Track
that.
dependent on the size, but yeah, on the long, sweeping, larger tracks, more back, you probably.
Compared to the electric ones, how fast I've never actually seen one go. Are they faster than the electric ones? I know that they're going to run for like potentially an hour at a time.
Yeah.
But the electric ones have massive amount of power. Like,
With the electric, you have the torque.
yeah.
So it's that instant power, and the tires are almost kind of getting burnt up or heated up very quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this. I mean, I'll show you a quick video later on of just the kind of back and forth I did. But the power was almost instantaneous. It came right on. It was quick. It was.
You've got a couple of beautiful MKS servos in there.
Yeah,
They're fantastic.
only the best. So
Yeah.
a couple of MKS servos on the front. I think they're about 500 ounces of torque.
Yep.
Um,
You've got your timing transponder. I can see wired up already for the racetrack at the back here.
yeah, just
Yep.
trying to find a spot to kind of place it in.
that's pretty neat.
Yeah, I usually want to try and keep it up front, but
Yep.
kind of tucked it away in the back there.
Yep.
I'm not sure if we can see, but we have a KO Pro switch on the front here.
and that'll also tell you your voltage of your lipo,
Absolutely.
which is really critical. The last thing you want to do is have your radio pack go flat, huh?
Yeah, definitely don't want that.
Because that's not like electric car where it'll stop. Like it'll
Mm-hmm.
stop wherever the servos will let it. You know.
Absolutely. So yeah, this is a precautionary safety measure that's been put in place.
Cheap insurance.
Yeah, just like the elastic bands on the motor as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you're ready to charge it up, you can actually just charge the pack right from the front here.
Right from the small port.
Yeah, absolutely. So you don't have to take anything apart or
Yeah.
kind of reassemble it. So
Oh, so where's the plug? The plug's here. Is that?
Yeah, so everything's actually been wired from the back, put into a little box on the back end here.
And do these run in wet weather conditions?
So
or
you can get some rain tires.
Yeah. Yeah, we have the rain tires.
Yep. GRPs run in the wet weather. But I mean, with a kit like this, yeah, I probably won't run it in the.
No, but for the class, like if it's at the World, do they run in the wet or is it a dry only?
Well, I mean, it's hard to say for the
Yeah.
Worlds, but yeah, most likely, yeah.
I'll run in wet. I love
Yeah.
running wet.
Yeah. And they got I can see it's got a disc brake here, Paul. It's gonna be really hard to see on camera.
It's got this
you
really
have
nice
a
ventilation in it.
front
Really,
disc
really
brake.
nice.
There is an option to have a dual braking system where you
Which
can
you
put
will
an
get,
additional, yeah,
no
you
doubt.
can put an additional disc on the
100%.
back.
It's on order already, I guarantee it.
Yeah, it's on order.
We've got this is the air filter. What are you doing here?
I'm a bit late,
Are
but
you
I
gonna
got
show
some
us your
light.
phone?
There you go. Can you see the disc brake now? No.
No.
All right, I'll stop.
So we've got a
EFRA approved air filter.
Yep.
So this is what you do need to run on a class like this.
And
you're
that's
not
a
being-
noise reduction box, isn't it? Effectively.
Yeah. I mean, it's still pretty noisy, to be honest with you. But this is kind of the rules and the regulations. You do need to run a filtered enclosed air box.
Yep.
So if you look at the Nitro motors, you would just have the foam that's oiled sticking on the outside.
On the buggy, yep.
Yeah. On the Nitro buggy. This is a
And
little
here
bit
you've
different.
got your glow plug. And what glow plug, like in the buggies, we run like P3s and P4s.
So
What have we got in here?
This is a 7.
A 7.
Yeah.
Right. And that's still because you're running it in. No, I imagine you'll be up around 8s or 9s or not like
No,
the pan
still
cars.
be running the 7.
Yep.
So 7's on the colder side, isn't it?
For these, yeah.
Yep.
And these would be required to run no more than 25%.
That's correct.
Yep.
25%.
Yeah, and that's the cutoff.
Yes.
Not like we're buggy racing where you can pretty much put in there whatever takes
So
your
what's the
fancy.
idea here, right? So if we've off-road, it tends to be hotter plugs as a go. And then with on-road cars, it tends to be colder plugs. And that's always been the case. Is that simply because of the way you use the engine?
Yeah, because these engines, these on-road engines,
Yep.
we may as well just pull out a bit or go back on the front on.
Yep.
The way that these engines work, they're obviously under a lot more load than the buggies because they got traction.
Right.
So they got a lot sort of more rev range.
Yep.
And they do work a lot harder than in the buggies.
The power band in a motor like this is absolutely incredible. If you kind of put into perspective, think about it with a Nitro buggy, you're in the air, you're going around the corners, you're braking, you're accelerating hard, whereas something like this, you want to almost drive it a little bit more smooth and in line. So you try and keep it within that kind of high power band.
Yeah.
And just kind of keep constantly kind of
Feeding
feeding and playing with that little window.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And obviously it's got oil-filled diffs, so you can adjust
Absolutely.
all the viscosity of the diff fluids.
Yeah, so I think with the initial setup, I ended up putting $1 million in the front.
Yep.
I think 80,000 or 30,000 in the rear. I don't remember.
Yep.
Obviously, there's no
Center diff.
center diff.
Direct drive.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a 2-speed that's been set up. There is the ability to actually make some slight adjustments as well when the second gear would
Kicks in.
Yep.
Yeah, which is really incredible. And yeah, the car itself, this is how you get it as a kit. It's bone stock. There's nothing really to upgrade or change or kind of buy to get it to this level, which is great.
No.
But you can still get
Dual brakes.
yeah, like a dual brake system. You can change the caster plate on the top from like a 10 to a 7 degree, depending on the track and your driving preference. And obviously still make those camber toe adjustments and droop and ride height.
Of course, it's going to be critical for it.
Absolutely. But yeah, like even little holes have been drilled out.
Yep.
So you can get that Allen key in, make your adjustments where.
I'd say that they probably have a special tool, don't they, that will go in there.
Not for the droop.
For the
but
droop.
Ah,
yeah,
not for
goes
the
through,
drip, but yeah.
That's the front end. I really like these huge captured pillow balls.
Yeah.
They're the same pillow balls that are on the ends of the rear hubs as well.
Absolutely, and even on the bottom end here as well.
Oh yeah.
So the whole vehicle is sitting on those pillow balls. Yeah.
So in a way, you can use spaces as well, for changing the
Yeah,
roll
you
center.
could.
squat.
You
Yep.
could. You could. Yes, you could put shims on the bottom.
Yep.
Make slight adjustments. The kit itself is still very new, so a lot of the guys in Europe are driving it and doing really, really well. The prototype vehicle was a little bit different than the manufactured kit now.
Yeah.
So they've constantly evolved and made changes over the last year and a half, 2 years. And this is kind of the I don't know, the kit spec
The
now that's come out.
Yeah.
But it does still have a couple of things you can kind of adjust.
So
and
one of the
change.
things I noticed in these have got the flexible clunks in the tanks. Is that a new thing? Because I've been
what?
out of it for a while. See
Flexible
that?
clunk.
So when you look inside the fuel tank,
Mhm.
it's the pickup is actually on the end of a fuel line, like in an aircraft.
Yeah.
So when an aircraft rolls, the clunk, because of gravity, falls to the bottom where the fuel's going to be.
Yeah.
In the old days, it used to be fixed. So if you're upside down, you run out of fuel in your line, the engine stops. But this will just keep running.
Absolutely. So similar to a Nitro buggy. So if
Nitro
the car's
buggies have that
upside
too.
down,
Oh, they do.
it would kind of fall over to the top of the tank.
Yep.
And hopefully stay running.
Idea is not to put it on its lid, Beach.
Excuse me?
Idea is not to put it on its lid.
Yes,
This
never intentional.
thing is going to do some carnage. I reckon this is going to be, what, 3 kilos, 3.5 kilos? Hurtling around. This is
definitely got
super
some
cool.
weight to it.
Let's do 120 clicks, wouldn't it?
Have to. We'll get it to the velodrome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Destroy it in one go.
Let me go to New South Wales first.
Yeah.
To the IC
It'll work.
championship.
Bit of ride fight going on. It'll be all right.
Yeah, I suppose all that's going to happen at the track as well, isn't it? But it's got beautiful shocks,
Mhm.
GRP tyres, and yeah, it's great to see.
And I got to
Love
say,
it.
these GRP tires are absolutely sensational. I haven't gone to the track, but just kind of punting it around.
Yeah.
I remember the previous version of the GRPs.
Yeah.
It really took a while for them to heat up.
Yeah.
Get some heat into them, and then what happened is a lot of the guys, especially in GTE, would overheat the tire.
Yeah.
And that's when you kind of start losing traction. There's a lot of graining. So I'm really excited for this new version of tire.
Yep.
Yeah, just getting it on the track and trying it out.
That's going to be really cool.
Yeah.
Have you got warmers for these?
I do not have warmers,
Yeah.
and we're not allowed to.
Oh, these are
Oh.
really
Yeah.
not allowed warmers. Okay, there you go. I
Oh,
thought
keeping
you-
it simple.
yeah, keep
Yeah,
it
yeah.
simple.
Well, I don't think you honestly need warmers.
Mm.
You see a lot of the guys.
In nitro, probably not, but in electric, where you don't really have to warm your engine up or anything like that, like
Yeah, that's true.
you know.
I
you
mean,
can
and
just-
in Nitro, you still get that lap, at least the practice lap,
Yeah.
to kind of get warmed up a little bit. So yeah, now I just got to paint up a body.
Yeah.
Got a bitty design body that I'll be throwing on it. The 765.
765. Yep.
Beautiful
GT8.
body. Get that on the car and hopefully hit the track this weekend in Lilydale.
Yeah.
And cause some carnage.
Fantastic,
Yeah.
Paul. Well,
Good
yeah,
stuff.
we'll keep an eye out on our social media and stuff. We'll definitely get some pictures up there.
Absolutely.
It'd be really cool to see it go,
All right.
and I'm really looking forward to these Nitro GTs
Really
taking off.
impressive.
Yeah.
I love it.
That is awesome, Paul. Well, thanks for coming in today,
Appreciate
mate.
it. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you
Appreciate
very
it,
much.
guys. All right.
Thanks, Paul.
All right, catch up.
Wow, how's the size of that thing?
That's special. That's special.
The guy or the car?
I was talking about the car.
Oh, hey, mate.
All right. See you, Paul.
What have we got there, mate?
All right, let's go back to this thing.
Yeah.
All right. Let's
What have you got?
I'm going to do a bit of polish.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Spit and polish?
Yep. Yeah,
Make
up there.
sure that it's out of focus at least.
Oh, I think I especially made it a bit more focused.
Did you?
So, what have we got? So,
What
Anthony,
have we got?
Anthony did say the obvious before. He said
Yeah.
it's a Falcon XY.
It is definitely a Ford Falcon XY.
But which version of the XY is it?
Which year?
Yep.
Yeah. We need to, what is it?
Yeah. And also all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Like driver,
Very-
team, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. The race that it might have competed in,
Yes.
it might have won, it might have come third, you know. Tell us something. There's plenty to know. All right, what else have we got? Any other comments? Any comments on that beautiful car? That car
Well, we've
is
got
phenomenal.
the only comment we've got.
And
is,
he's done actually a really nice, and I'm not saying like Paul is really experienced.
Yes.
He races HB off-road buggies for us.
That's quite a lot
and
of different
also-
categories, doesn't he?
Yokomo 1/10 off-road and 1/10 on-road when he gets the time.
Yep.
So he's obviously really experienced, but
Mm.
that build was beautiful.
It is
Hey, that was a
Yeah.
really nice
very
build.
classy.
That was like, it's a nice enough build to put in the cabinet like that.
It's clean. You wouldn't even think it's been run, would
Super classy.
So we have the Wombat has said Capricorn is marking its territory. HPGTs be warned.
Oh, look out.
Oh. But that's it. That's the only comments we got.
Ah, that's all we got.
Yeah.
All right.
What
are
shall we do
talking
now?
about
Let's move on.
Tell me something that's not RC.
Crom
Because
Lake.
I feel that I dominate the show all the time.
Yeah.
And that's just because
How's
RC is cooler, but what can I say?
Well, this doesn't quite compare to the size of the last thing, does it?
Well, show me. It's not about. Some people say it's not about the size; it's how you use it. It's not something I go by, but what is it? I mean, if you start by calling something a miniature, you know it's going to be small.
Okay, well, this is a miniature from Crom Lake.
There you go.
And it's one of the resin figures. And we just got in a whole heap of Crom Lake. And this one I thought was pretty cool. So I think we're going to have to get really close.
I think you really probably need a black background for this,
A black background.
or a
How
blue
about a
one.
blue one?
You put me race mat down.
How about,
Is
how
it
about something
clean?
blue? It's clean enough, I reckon. How's that? How's that?
Let's go to Toy Town.
Yep.
Toy like a
Screw it in,
toyga.
Screw it in. All right. So this one here, what's he called again?
What
they all,
does
got,
he call it?
they all got funky names. This one's the Dark Prophet statue.
Oh!
Okay, so it is a statue on a plinth. You can see here. So
Don't tell the tax man.
that's part of the mold. That's part of the molding there. So you just need to clean off these little triangular bits,
Why?
and then it'll look like you put him on a pole because it's
Why
meant
does
to
he
look like
need
a
to go on a
statue.
pole?
It's meant to look like a statue just standing there.
What, on a pole?
Okay, so
Okay.
he's got this thingy here. He's got this little devilly thing, and I thought let's
What
try
did
and
you think?
put it together a little bit, right? Because this looks cool. I got some blue tack
Oh,
because it's a bit hard to tell when it's all in bits like this, right?
is it?
All right, so we'll put on his backpack. There's his backpack. It's pretty cool. They're very elaborate, all the designs.
Well, they have to be.
Quite old school, a little bit Middle Ages,
Middle Earth.
Middle
Gothic.
Earth,
Yeah.
Gothic with an axe.
Why has he got a little head? He's got lots of armor on.
What, a little head? Look at that.
You know,
It's got sort of skeletal looking head there.
you know what
and
they say
then-
about prophets with little heads?
Small helmets.
Small helmets.
All right,
This guy's armed to the tilt, isn't he?
he is. But he's got to look special, doesn't he?
Why? He's got a broken sword. Does he know?
What do you mean it's broken?
Well, it's not very sharp on the end.
Oh, yeah. Well, we can sharpen it.
It's going to be no good for
And then he's got his
No good for-
standard looking thing.
no good for cutting up tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Yeah.
You need sharp blades for cutting
What
tomatoes.
have we got there?
How cool does it look?
I'm not sure.
That's probably. I've got the wrong hand.
Ah,
It's a bit bent. Sorry.
is it? He's other-handed.
Whoops. Oh, it's meant to be like this. This makes more
Ah,
sense.
that's why. Because
That
it
makes
goes
more
down
sense.
on the floor.
That makes more
Look.
sense.
You didn't read the instructions, BJ.
What instructions?
Oh, see, this is what happens. That's why I don't build models. See, you put one bit on and another bit falls off. That's the story of my life.
You just got to push it right.
Oh, you've got beautiful hands.
Thank you.
Lucky
I,
you had a...
I work out.
Do you?
Here you go.
I like it.
How good is it?
What can we call it?
I don't know. I can never really classify these because I only got into miniatures when I was younger, but I still appreciate all the figurines, and I'll be
I
interested in painting
cannot
something like
believe
this.
the detail on this fellow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That is, I don't know how they get such detail in these resin figures.
Let's see if we can get in.
Where
a bit
you going?
tighter. I'm going tight.
You can't go tight like a tiger.
I'm going tight.
Oh, look, all fuzzy wuzzy.
How's that?
Fuzzy
How
McWuzzy.
good? How good does it look?
Really good. And that's Cromlech.
Look at all the detail on the actual shaft of the pole as well.
Is this in the stuff that just came in yesterday?
Yes.
Wow.
So this is like a space marine type of gothic style, isn't it?
Oh,
He's got
now you're just adding words.
little skulls on the sides of his jetpack.
What do you mean jetpack?
That's a jetpack, so he can fly.
Does he fly?
Well, yeah. If he wasn't a statue,
Wow.
he got some fabric there. Really
Well,
nice.
that would catch on fire from the jets.
Well, not if it was like made out of asbestos.
Could be.
Big shoulder pads. It was
Maybe.
awesome. Really nice.
I
How
love
good
it.
is it? It's good, isn't it?
I want to see you paint one.
I'd like to paint one day. So many projects on at the moment. This is going to be a busy month.
Isn't it?
It is.
You're poor.
So much
you're
stuff
gonna,
going
you're
on.
gonna be worked to the bone.
Oh, look at my fingers. They're really bony already, see?
Really? All right.
Yeah.
Enough of that. Cromlech.
So that's Cromlech. Okay. So this is just one of the items that arrived, but we've got a whole heap of new scenery. We've got a lot of different bases, accessories, different heads, arms, weaponry, a whole heap of stuff. So some people have discovered already. We've got in boxes on boxes that you pull out and you just rifle through to find little bits and pieces. And a lot of people have found little bits of treasure that they add on to the existing armies.
It's huge, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really nice. The scenery is really nice too. It's all that laser cut wooden stuff.
I love that.
Yeah, it's not too hard to build, but it looks really good.
And it doesn't require, like, yes, you hand finish it a little bit, but it
Yeah.
doesn't require hours and hours of hand finishing.
No, that's right.
You know?
It's cool, eh?
Very cool.
Yep.
I love it.
So that's Cromlech heap in stock. So come in and have a look, or go on the website and see what we've got there. What should we do now? Should we go back to the car? Have we got
Yeah.
anything on?
What
got
have
a
we got
few
about
more
the
things.
car? I can't believe I can't believe they're not up in arms about this car.
Nah, we don't have a lot of people guessing. I don't know why.
It's,
It's not
so
hard.
look, Ford Falcon XY.
That's most of it already.
Yeah.
But there's all the finer details we'd like to know.
And they can see the number on there and
the
stuff
color
like that.
and why is that color and
Well-
all that sort of stuff.
I'll give you a hint. It may not have ever been that color.
No,
Yeah. It could be a really special edition. It might not have been that color.
really?
Yep.
Ah, there you go. There's a curveball.
So come on, guys, do some research. Get amongst it.
All right, what are we going to look at now? How about we move on to your
Bit of
Fine.
RC stuff.
bit more RC? You still want this?
Yeah, why not?
Go with the blue. All right. What do you got there? Oh, what's that?
This is super special. This is from Unfair RC.
Yep.
Now, you touched on it last Friday.
I did at
Yeah.
home. Yep.
Have you-
So I took it home. We had a look at it.
We had a look at it, and
Yep.
that is super cool.
Yep.
And BJ put a special touch on it for me.
Yep.
So you can see that. We might need to get on the
We're
overhead.
going on the top.
Yep. Look at that. He's done the infill on the 9 steps. My phaser is going to look awesome on that. Well, any of our cars, really.
Yeah.
So this is going to be around the racetrack with us. These are really cool car stands. It's like 5 mil thick, bloody carbon fiber.
Oh, you kill something.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you
It's
could
not gonna
stand on it.
flex.
Like I said, it's from Unfair RC.
Yep.
Young Brenton made that up for us.
So the laser etching was really, really fine. I
Isn't it?
just filled that in with some orange paint, just so it all stands out.
Do you know, I was speaking to him today. I sent him some photos of it.
Yeah.
And he said to me that the laser work alone, or the machining work on that,
Yep.
it's actually machining,
Oh.
takes an hour.
Oh, really?
The machine
So the
takes an hour.
CNC bit goes in there and etches it.
Yeah, takes an hour to do it.
Right. Okay.
There you go.
Well, there you go. Well, with the paint, you can actually, it's really, you can see all that
It
handiwork,
pops.
can't you? Yep.
And it's 9 steps orange.
Yep.
So that is super cool. No?
Yep. Special.
If you can't be fast, look fast.
That's
what
it.
I say. How fast do you look?
I look super fast.
Hey.
What's that?
Power. Got some huge races coming up.
Yep.
In on-road.
Yep.
These are primarily an on-road race
Yep.
pack. This is the Orca 6390 Infinite X.
Yep. From the top.
Yeah, you can go from the top.
So
Horrible
super,
glare.
sort of skinny.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the chromy
Got the
boxes.
chromy
Yeah.
finish. But yeah, so we've got the 6390, 135C, 7.4 volts, so 2S, and that will be good in all stock and even modified applications on a big track where you need the huge capacity.
Yep.
They look super cool with this like embossed stickering.
Yep.
Looks really nice and neat in your car and really good quality cells. So these have been out for a little bit, so I'm super happy to have these back
Really
in.
popular, aren't they?
Well, they are.
Mm.
And with the on-road nationals coming up in a little over 6 weeks,
Yep.
yeah, get onto them before they run out. Everybody wants fresh legs.
They do.
We've got the Bendigo Classic, we've got the nationals, and then we're done.
Yep.
No, I've got the Bash. Okay, what
What else
else
you got?
came in? Look at these.
What's that?
Let's have a look at these boxes.
Boxes.
This is going to lead to something.
Is it?
Yep.
What are these boxes of?
These boxes are off servos. Now, this is from Yokomo's new drift range.
Okay.
Drift performance range.
Yep.
And we have these new really high spec programmable servos.
Yep.
And they're in the bling metal case. So they don't actually give a transit time in the specs, but they do give the kilograms, and you're
Yep.
talking about 18 kilos. So you can bet the transit time, being a drifter, is going to be down under 0.1,
Hmm.
you know,
It'll be pretty quick.
0.07.
Yep.
But have a look
What do
at
you got
that.
there? Let's go from the top.
I've got the red one.
You got the red one.
I've got the red one.
I got the purple one.
Because drift guys love to fit out their cars. That is brilliant packaging. I can't get it out.
Is it childproof?
Yeah. I'm trying not to gouge it. Here we go. Look at that. You can't even get it out with your beautiful nails. Look at this.
It's almost like it's tied
It
up
is.
in there. Isn't it?
It's been tied in there for sure.
How'd you do that?
Sheer grunt.
Grunt, what are you doing?
Have a look at that. That is a beautiful servo. SP03D. World Championship
There we go.
Drift Spec. This is version 2. Programmable brushless servo. And they're available in red and purple. Oh,
Oh,
we nearly crashed
almost had
servos.
an accident.
Look at that. Now that would be cool. And with those figures, you could put that in a tool drive buggy. That would look really cool in a re-read buggy, wouldn't it?
Oh, it would.
Or even your
There's
on-road
something, there's
car.
something about the bling.
Isn't it?
How clean is the machining?
And the anodizing.
Yep.
It is absolutely beautiful. So that's why they make this stuff. And it's not crazy expensive. It really isn't. It's really good value. And being Yokomo, you can bet that it's going to be really good quality. Now they've also got the model down from that is the S007. Not because it's James Bond, but this is a plastic case model.
Yeah.
And even that has got really fine and beautiful detail. Look at this, the logo on here. That looks really cool. Now, this is a plastic case unit,
Yep.
but you can bet that it's going to have very good performance. Because drift cars, although the servo is super important, they don't have a lot of demand in the way of torque or
No,
speed.
because the traction
They're
is-
usually slowed down to make
Yes.
the cars more stable,
Yes.
and they don't need a lot of torque
No.
because they're not have any traction, or
No,
very
that's
little
right.
traction. So yeah, so really good unit.
How good is it?
So we've got one for both ends of the market.
Yes.
Really nice. All right,
Still looks classy, doesn't it?
really looks really nice. So really happy with that. So our shipment this week from Yokomo, we had some awesome goodies. You know what I mean? We've expanded our drift range.
Yep.
And moving forward.
Yep.
All right.
What else you got? You got something else, haven't you? Oh, we've got some guesses on this.
I think we should talk about the car.
All right. So, what have we got here?
What have we got?
What have we got? So, Mr. Jeff,
Yes.
he says,
What does he
maybe
say?
he's talking about the car stand about the orange.
Is he?
Maybe. All right.
I don't think it's orange.
It's not orange.
It's not orange, and I don't
How
think
about
it
this?
was orange.
Lachlan 11 reckons 71 Bathurst winner.
There you go.
Did
Yeah,
it win?
Yeah, 71 Bathurst winner.
Okay.
Who drove it? What color was it? And why is it gold now?
Oh.
Yeah, the saga
Yeah.
continues. Come on, guys. All right. Next segment.
Next segment. What's the next segment?
Can we unbox something?
You want to unbox something?
I want to unbox something.
You want something
It's been a
special?
while since I've had one of my boxes out.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a bit special.
this deserves its
What is
own
that? That's an MD 1.0.
MD 1.0.
MD.
What does the MD stand for?
Master Drift.
Master Drift. Doesn't it sound Japanese? No,
No, you got to say it in a Japanese accent.
I won't be doing that.
Master Drifter.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to say it like firm and Master Drifter.
Okay. I won't say it because you'll pick on me.
Right.
I know you'll definitely pick on me.
Uh,
Let's get it unboxed. Tell me a bit about it, BJ.
it is a brand new design from Yokomo. They've used a lot of ideas from the BD11, as
Yeah.
well as their really successful YD2 range. Okay,
Let's
so
go
the two-wheel,
overhead.
the two-wheel drive drift cars.
Let's go overhead while
You
you're
want
talking through it.
overhead?
Yeah, while you're talking through it.
So the two-wheel drive drift car seems to be the way, yeah?
Even the way they put the instructions in, it just makes sense.
Well, you open it up and you see
No.
the MD11.
And it's-
MD 1.0, I should say.
MD 1.0. You said MD11 because it's very similar to, not very similar, but it's the latest generation of the BD11,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, we got the Willy Wonka gold ticket.
Oh, we did.
So this is free admission
Yep.
to
Scuba RC Park. which
Scuba.
is-
I can never get that right.
So that used to be known as
Watabe.
Yatabe.
Uh-oh.
Yatabe.
I did it, didn't I? See,
Arena.
see what happens when I try and do an accent?
Ah,
I get laughed at.
bad
Beautiful
influence from
sticker
me.
sheet.
Yep, lovely sticker sheet.
we've got a revision in the kit.
Oh, okay.
See?
Something different.
So it looks like they've changed the roll center or something.
Yep.
Which is good. They're constantly evolving kits. Beautiful, concise instructions.
Yep.
Now you start off with the oil-filled diff.
Yep.
Which is really cool. Very closely related to what looks like the buggy diff.
Mhm.
And that's probably to be at high capacity.
Yep.
To give it a really consistent runtime, like a lot of oil is going to stay in there.
Yep.
Keep it consistent and make it really well and serviceable.
Yep.
Because changing the diff oils in these diff units is a
Yep.
really good tuning aid.
Mm.
And you can see here the new transmission.
Open.
It's an open transmission, so it's got two sandwich plates, if you
Yep.
will, with exposed gears.
Making me hungry.
And the diff does drop out from the bottom of the car.
Yep.
So it's really easy access, like I
Yep.
said, because
Let's
these
look at the
guys.
engine mount. So this is the thing about drift cars.
Yeah.
How they're very different to what we would consider keeping everything low in your chassis.
Yeah, low
This is
center of
making
gravity.
stuff high to change the or increase.
Yeah.
The rolling.
Increase the center of gravity.
Yes.
And you adjust
get
the
that
motor
pendulum
mount,
type.
and it's stepped up to
Mm.
see how hard you can chuck it,
Chuck it.
how hard you can drift it.
Chuck.
Look at this. We've got these mounting plates
Yep.
for the toe angle on the rear arms.
Yep.
That is really cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
I love that.
It's really
And
skeletal, isn't it?
it is such a unique design.
And they're the bits from the BD11 design.
They look very much like BD11 arms. They've actually
Yep.
got a different part number, so they probably are different, but
Yep.
they are very much from the same mold. So the solid carbon.
Yep.
Enough of instructions.
Yep. Let's look at all the
Who,
bits.
who reads the instructions?
There's
How-
a screw pack.
How much are we going to break into it?
Oh, I think we'll just look at each bag, eh?
Will we?
Yeah.
I want to get into it.
How about look?
Do you know who this
What
is
do-
going to?
Let's get in tight.
Toy like a toyga.
Tight. Well, this is mainly black, right? So let's move this mat out of the way. Take that out.
What are we doing? We've
Let's go
got
bag
white
at a
screen.
time. Bag at a time.
Bag at a time. Well, should we start with
Let's go
bag
in.
number one?
Should we?
I think we should.
What's bag number one? What's bag number one?
Diff.
Oh, diff. There you go.
So it comes with your obviously your diff fluid. It's actually partially assembled,
Oh, yeah.
which I like, or it's
Yep.
sitting together, one of the two.
Yep.
Got some assembly grease there to put on there.
Yep.
Looks to me like it's got alloy out drives. That would be a cool feature.
Oh,
Alloy
nice.
out drives and
Yep.
the factory thing. Mind you, this is the premium kit. So
Oh, it's top end, isn't it?
this is top end kit. So here we've got our beautiful 48 pitch spur, got our bearings, got a spur gear carrier, got our beautiful, this is the motor mount that we were talking about. And you can see the steps here, and you can actually rotate it around to get the motor sitting up higher, changing the center of gravity of the car.
What's that?
That's another one of bag two. And this
Bulkheads.
is the bulkhead. This is the rear gearbox. Now, in the photos and the stuff that they leaked out, it was all 3D printed.
Yep.
So this is, look at that beautiful machining with
So,
the
so this
chamfered edge.
video.
Yep.
See how that's got the 4 different holes?
Yep.
Is that for the suspension mount?
That's for the suspension mount. So I did show you, you were rifling through here's the motor mount
Yep.
with the adjustable angle here that we were talking about to
Wow.
raise the motor up. The beautiful gearbox casing.
Yep.
And your lay shaft, top shaft.
How
What
good's
else
it?
have we got? Bag three. So this looks like these are the suspension arm mounts on the rear.
Oh, yeah.
The upper arm mounts that
Yep.
go on the side of the gearbox.
Oh, there's a 2-stage machining on these.
Yeah, two-stage machining on everything. And
Yep.
carbon as well.
Wow.
Matte carbon. I love this matte carbon trend. That is really, really cool.
What's that?
Bag four, we start getting into the suspension arms. You can see here these beautiful matte carbon, beautifully machined suspension arms. Really cool.
Yeah, they're nice, aren't they?
Again, we've got more, got the lower arm inner mounts
Yep.
here to get our toe angles. And then we've got our plastic parts tree here to assemble the arms. Moving forward to bag six.
Oh, you got 5 yet.
Oops, another bag five.
Oh, that was 9.
Was
Looking
it?
at it upside down, mate.
Ah, what's going on? Bag
Oh,
number
look at
five.
that, Delrin.
We've got Delrin. Do you remember when we had these in touring cars? But we went away from them. So
Mm.
in the drifter, obviously they like it, and they
Yep.
give you a spare set.
Yep.
Being a rear wheel drive, you only need 2 at a time.
Yep.
So in here we'll have our alloy
The drive
rear
shaft.
drive shafts,
Yep.
which is really cool. We've got some plastic parts, the rear hubs, and some more bearings, and the hexes, the wheel hexes.
Yep.
Got a rear shock tower, looks like. That looks
Yeah,
very
look how
much
wide
rear
it
shock
is.
tower.
Yep.
Body mount 7. This is where we got that really cool steering rack.
Oh yeah.
You know, we were looking at it last week on John's car. I was trying to show you how you get that massive 90-degree steering angle. And that's exactly how they do it. Beautiful big alloy steering rack there.
Yep.
And we've got some upper arms. Bag 8. Again, I think we're looking at a upper mount there for the arms. Looks like it'll clip on there to the front. That'll be the front arms.
Yep.
Bag 9. We've got the servo mount. Beautiful matte carbon servo mount. And look at the servo horn. There's not too many kits you get where you actually get a nice bling servo horn.
Oh, that's a full clamp one.
Yeah, and have a look at the throw of it.
Yeah.
And that's because you get so much steering angle.
Yeah, you got to move.
You
move
know,
the wheels. Yeah.
on the buggies and the on-road cars, usually center to center is usually 15.5 mil to 17.5 mil.
It's got to be
This one
50%
here-
more. Yeah.
This one
Easy.
here looks like about 30 mil.
Yep.
That distance there.
Yep.
So that is really cool. What else have we got there, mate?
You got lots of bits, mate. Yeah.
What have we got? You're feeding them to me.
What are they?
Oh, these are the lower arms. These are
Oh,
the front arms.
ones.
So
Yep.
these you can adjust the track width.
Yep.
They have machined or laser etched measurements on them. Now that's laser, and that slides into this alloy part that screws
it's a
to the
clamper.
arm.
Yep.
And that's how you get your track width at the bottom.
Yep.
To change your handling characteristics
Yep.
and also suit different body shells. Again, we've got some hexes and our front wheel axles here because we've got inboard head bearings, 8mm hexes, very similar to the truck. We've got bag number 12. Looks like we've got a front shock tower. What else have we got?
Well, you got 14 there. There's
14.
no 13. I'm guessing 13 might be the chassis. So we've got the chassis there.
You can't see that there.
How's that? You see that?
Where?
How about here?
Ah! Let's go. Let's stop being so tight like a tiger.
Oh, you want to get? All right, let's pull it out of it.
Oh! Did you feel it?
I did. It popped.
Beautiful. Look at that. There's not much to them, is there? And look how narrow they are now. This is the MD-01. This is all new drifter. I'm so excited by this.
Looks cool, doesn't it?
Do you know who's getting this
Who's
car?
getting this?
Our drift crew chief,
What do you mean? You're not getting it?
Surian. Young Surian himself is getting. This is his very own kit that I'm touching.
What are these?
These are vertical top decks,
How good is it?
and I actually love these on one of my last touring cars that I run.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were definitely a trend that came and went, but being as slow as I am, I actually stuck with them. I really enjoyed having vertical top deck.
So there's some sort of traditional top deck there as well, because you got the posts there.
Yeah. I would say that's like the
From the
member
front end?
from the gearbox maybe forward.
Well, like
'Cause-
gold member.
Yeah, gold member could be. You're right. I think you've absolutely nailed it. You sound like my Faja. Had to
Got a
get that in.
big bag.
Got a big bag.
here.
Big bag number 16. Look at this. Blue O-rings. When's the last time you saw that?
Oh, they're big class.
I love that. We've got 200 weight and 300 weight shock oil.
Yeah,
That's pretty
so-
cool.
Quick reacting, eh?
Super quick reacting. Light springs. Beautiful, beautiful shocks here. Very reminiscent of the top level touring car.
Mm.
Really well polished
Shock shafts.
chrome plated shock shafts. Alloy spring retainers and beautiful. Look at this silicon bladders.
Oh, they're clear.
Clear bladders.
Yep.
Really cool. And shock ends. What else have we got?
You got that bag there?
That's going to be our body post, bumper bar, and some ancillaries.
Yep.
Nothing too added. And the antenna tube. One of my favorite things.
And then, final bit of special, baseball bat.
Baseball bat.
It's got a Lunsford style baseball bat in it
Yeah. And what do you use that for?
for adjusting stuff.
Yeah, that's for adjusting all your turnbuckles and everything. And you've got a 2.5mm Allen key. Well, I don't know what you're going to do with that.
Well, you can put together your IQ furniture with it. No,
I think you can. That's
That'll
for
be for-
screwing in the motor. That's about all the screws on the car that's going to have that.
that chunky. Yeah, probably. You're right there. Yep.
There you go.
There we go.
That
there
is
it is. What's
that-
that? That's Yokomo MD
MD
1.0.
1.0
Master Drift 1.
Master Drift. And it's going to a very fitting person. Master Drift Surian
That's it.
in Western Australia is
Good
getting
chief.
this one. So that is really cool. I hope you enjoy your new kit. And I can't wait to see some pics and some action clips of this getting around. Hey?
I
All
can't wait too.
All right, I'll clean this up. You get back to talking about the car.
This car here?
Yep.
All right, so we've got a few more on, which means All right, so we got Bathurst winner, and then what else we got? So Clifton's come in and he said Alan Moffat 50th anniversary edition.
Ah!
And I reckon you're absolutely correct there. So very well done. Now, what else do we need? Well, Lachlan's come in later and said Alan Moffat. So you missed out by a moment there.
It was definitely Alan Moffat, who won 1971. Who was his co-pilot or co-driver? Let's call it co-driver.
Co-driver.
Yeah, who was his co-driver?
Okay, so we're waiting for the co-driver.
Waiting for the co-driver.
That's it.
What have you
And-
got for? Oh,
Well, there's one more detail on the XY. Is there another thing that comes after the XY? A version of it?
Falcon.
No, something else. All right, let's move on. What are we going to look at?
Oh,
We got something special, eh? What do we got?
you're busting.
We've been lucky enough to get one of these new 48 scale kits from Hong Kong models of the B25J Mitchell.
Yep.
Glazed nose version. This is not available for sale yet. So this is a pre-production model, and we're going to show everyone what it looks like. So this will be coming in the next month or so.
Yep.
So it's available for pre-order now.
But this
if
is
you-
an Australian first. This
It
is
is.
a worldwide launch
Yes,
right here
that's it.
in a meager little hobby shop here in Melbourne.
That's right.
Here we go.
In the CBD.
That's right.
So let's have a closer look, and you'll be able to see what you're going to get, and then see whether you like to pre-order one or not. But it's definitely worth the effort
Let's
and the
jump in
wait.
BJ's bento box and find out what we've got.
All right.
I'm going to take the lid off this one.
Let me take it out a bit. How's that?
Oh, I could feel it.
You done?
There we go.
Oh, look at that.
What have we got?
We've got lots of bits.
It's grey.
So Hong Kong models have already done a B25 in 32nd scale.
I love grey models.
So they have scaled down quite a lot of their models to 48th. So being the Flying Fortress and also the Lancaster, which have been very, very popular. So too, they've done the J model of the B25, which is the last version of the aircraft. And it had the big glass nose with the machine guns hanging out of it.
Why was it glass?
So you could see out of it.
Uh-huh.
Now, the greatest thing about these is just how clean the molds are.
Show me.
All right, so let's move this aside.
You're going to get this whip into it.
No. This is sort of easy access.
Is it?
Yep. So
I
we'll
like them when
just
they're easy
peel it.
access.
you do, don't you?
Push and peel. So let me have a bit.
Here we go.
If you're going to rustle, I'm going to rustle too.
Look
Are
at
you
that.
going to build this one, babe?
I am.
Are you?
So I'm going to do a build series.
Are
A bit
you?
like the F4 fandom. So I'll build this up without any paint. And we'll just do... We're having a duel.
We touch.
All right, so here's the front end.
We touch fuselage.
And you can see just how fine those panel details are and how fine those rivets are. See if I can get those through the light. But all those rivets will come up with some wash.
When you wash it.
And then here again, you can see the locking system. That's a very Hong Kong models system. So that it was mainly designed for the larger aircraft because they got really big wings, but it
Oh.
works really well with the small ones as well. Because when you lock it in place, see how deep that is?
Yeah.
It'll be fully aligned. So you won't have to worry about one being a bit wonky because it's preset from the factory with that.
Okay.
As we go down to the end of the fuselage.
Yep.
And then if we look on the other side,
What do we say?
we've got interior detail.
Why would you have interior detail?
It just helps with the build because some people have actually done cutaways that look really good.
Oh.
So you'll cut certain panels out so you can actually see through them. And it looks like a museum model.
Ooh.
So you got the Bombay, which is it's got all the
Bombay.
white Bombay duck,
Bombay gin.
all
Bombay.
the sapphire.
I've been to Bombay.
So you put all the bombs in there. Got the rear end section. You see all the ribbing. It goes all the way through. So this is quite a detailed kit, which I don't think many people have known because if you look at the CAD drawings, it's not quite obvious that it's got full interior detail. Okay, so you got that.
What else we got?
I've got all these screws here.
Do we have any engines?
We've got engines. Okay, so this is all your you get your tail here. Again, you've got all the really fine detail with the rivets and such. Might as well open this up because there's two sets of screw in here. Bit hard to see.
I love that packaging.
You like that? All right, so that's about a look at that one. So this has got all the interior bits, loads of interior bits. Okay, so here you've got the fabric that goes around the rear, the tail gun. You've got the one of the wheels here is all weighted. See how it's flat on one side? Gives the impression of how heavy the aircraft is.
What do you mean?
Because when the aircraft's sitting on the tarmac, weight normally bulges the tire, right? It goes flat. Well, traditionally, when you get a kit, these are all fully round, so it looks like it's floating.
Oh, okay.
So you see that flat there, so it looks like it's actually got weight down there.
That is
Gives it a
cool.
bit more depth.
Do they always do that?
They don't always. This is a fairly new thing, and normally you don't see it in plastic model kits. So plastic model kits are normally round, and you have to go and buy your third-party resin ones, which are flattened. But this comes with them
Or
already
you could
done.
just file it down.
You can file it down and then mold the bulge. So it's got a slight bulge out the sides.
Huh.
And then you've got your
like
cockpit there,
Cockpit?
or your cluster. And then you've got all your floors. So there's the cockpit floor. And then you've got bulkheads, so big chunky bits, the sides of the cockpit. So heaps of little bits and pieces. You got the seats right there. Super nice kit. So, like I said, they've already got a 32nd scale one, so they would have already done all the CAD drawings. But to create it into 48 scale, it has been redesigned. So these are all the machine guns, and you'll see. I don't know if you can see.
What can we see?
Can you see if they've got the machine guns have got little holes in the end of them?
I don't think they have.
No?
I don't think they have.
Because it looks like it's been slide molded so that usually that's a slide molding, so it goes in there and you got little holes. Well, you got the holes
These
here.
ones do. These ones have holes.
Yeah, they got the holes to take the barrels of the machine guns.
Yeah.
And then these are the actual barrels of the machine guns. So you got a whole heap. These are all poking out the nose, and you got the tail guns like that too. And you can see the sides have got the cross drilled ventilation
Why would you have that?
to cool down the barrel while you're shooting.
Uh-huh.
Because otherwise it overheat and then everything gets stuck and it doesn't fire anymore.
That's
And that's a
last
bad thing.
That's the last thing you want.
That's a bad
Overheated
thing.
barrel.
That's it.
The story of my life.
Some control surfaces. You got rudders. You've got there was a tail section we talked about before. Got open flaps. It's pretty good.
Not sure about that.
Not sure.
Not
I've got
sure
a packet of
about
bombs. So you got a full array of bombs in there. So you got
that. So do you have to fit all of them, or do you just put some, or what?
there's more machine guns in there too. Well, it's up to you. You can always make it look like it's already gone on a bomb run. The machine guns look good. Again, slide molded. So that's very similar to the ones over there. There we go. Let's look at this glass. They're famous for their glass, I reckon.
Is it just me, or is it super clear?
It's super clear. I mean, there's been a lot of complaints about the border models, like $1,000 kit Lancaster, that they didn't spend enough time with the clear. But Hong Kong models never.
There's no point trying to show it on camera, mate. It's see-through.
I can see bits of it, can't you?
Well,
There you go.
it's completely see-through. That's how good it is.
And the interesting thing is over here,
Yep.
it looks like they've added a thing to put on the tail because the tail would have been too heavy. So that's to prop it up. Because normally you've got engines in the front end, right, of the aircraft, and that balances across the tricycle undercarriage at the front.
Yep.
But in a plastic model kit, it doesn't have that, right? So they tend to be tail heavy and they fall on their tail. They don't sit properly. So this will be there to prop it up. So that's an option, I think, but they've done one better than that.
Have they?
Yep. They've actually included
Some ballast.
Yep.
Have they?
fully molded ballast to fit in the fuselage perfectly.
No.
Yeah. So you won't need any struts at the back. This will sit on its own. Feel the weight on that.
Is that unique to these guys, or what?
It's not unique, but it's unusual. Because quite often you have to fill it up with lead yourself, or the deluxe
or the 9-step cleaning putty would work well.
Yeah, you could try. So that's a really, really clever. You can see the shape of it. It's designed to fit into a void perfectly. And that's really nice. Okay, from there we've got some photo etch. You've got photo etch seat belts. That's a really nice touch because quite often you have to buy those separately. And then there's a couple of panels here which I don't know what they're for, but they look like armor panels. All right, so photo etch brass. And then we'll pull out a bit. We've got these big chunky bits for the wings. And you get an impression of how big this is going to be. So that's one side, so it's going to be out to here.
Still
So
quite
what's
a
that?
big model, no?
What's that, like 40 centimeters?
Yeah,
Yeah.
500.
Yep. Get engine nacelles there.
So what?
Engine nacelles. So you've got both sides. Then over here you might see this is the locking mechanism when you slide inside the fuselage.
Yeah.
You can click. That's it. And then you want to see engines, right? So here's the engines.
I do love
Okay,
a
so you don't.
radio engine.
Is that focus? I can't see.
I'm pretty focused.
Is it? It's all right. Okay, so you got the big main wheels. They're also bulged and flattened. See that?
Yep.
The engine mount bits here. You got the outside of the engines there. And then your big props. Props are really well molded. And it's really good how they're one piece.
Why is
But
that?
old school, they used to be separate, and then you have to make sure you got all the angles right when you glued them in. And if you didn't, you'd be able to spot that a million miles away. It'll look ugly. Then you got your open cowls, and then you've got your full cowls on the front covering the engines there. Really nicely molded. Look how deep they are. That's not an easy piece to mold. So it's good as one piece, not multi-piece. So it's cool. And then we've got that, I think is, I don't know. This will be a different nose, I'm guessing. What's at the bottom? Oh, that's the bottom. Okay, so the glass section goes on the top of there. Got some more machine guns. How many machine guns does this have? There's a lot of machine guns, aren't there?
I don't know.
There's
It's
heaps.
going to upset somebody's day.
Yeah, well. There we go. And then that's pretty much all I've got to show you. So it looks like it's going to come with this print as well.
Cactus Kitten.
Cactus Kitten is the one of the box arts.
What's
But
Cactus Kitten?
Well, it just would have been the nose art that they chose for this particular one. So I think the pilot chooses what sort of nose art and the name of the aircraft, and they paint it on.
Oh.
So every single aircraft's different. Some are more elaborate than others, so that's pretty elaborate.
What would you call yours?
I don't know. What should you call yours? Forrest Gump will call his Jenny.
Jenny?
Yeah. So unfortunately, we don't have any decals to show you because the decals are still getting printed at Cartograph, and there's no manual. But I'm going to share with you the manual on screen. So let me see if I can work out how to do this again.
So they sent us a picture.
Yep. All right. So
I'm just more impressed. I want you to call your plane something. Or do you have to do box art?
box art.
I'm not sure. You said the
Oh, I
pilot
don't know.
can choose what he wants.
Well, you can do whatever you like, and I'm sure there's going to be different companies that will do different nose arts for this as well.
All right.
Okay, let's see. Is this working?
Is what working?
Hopefully, this is sharing the screen at the moment. So,
I'm pretty sure that it's not.
well, I think it probably is. It says it's sharing the screen, and I can't see anything else because this has covered it all up. So, what if I do this? And I'll bring it down here. Is that working?
No,
It's not sharing the screen?
we're still live on the box lead. I do love your tenacity to try these things though. Live on the show.
I'm trying.
Live on the show.
Is it
You
not
know-
working?
You could practice and you could do stuff, but you know what? You're just throwing it. You're sending it. Full send.
Did not work?
Full send like a 21, like a 21.5 into turn one.
I don't know what's going on here.
I'm not sure, Beach.
Oh, it's not working?
No,
It says it's sharing.
I think we're just looking at a box.
Do I have to? Oh, that's what I got to do.
What?
I have to do this. How's that?
Ah,
Oh,
now we're on.
Oh, now I don't know where the thing's gone. Where's the thing gone?
Uh-oh.
Where's the thing gone?
I'm
Where's the thing gone?
not
Oh,
sure.
here it is.
Where are we?
Is that it?
Are we on?
That's not it.
Are you scrolling pages? What do you?
I don't think I'm scrolling pages here.
Okay.
Why isn't it scrolling pages? Oh, because it's here. Here we go.
What do we do?
Well, let's have a look here.
Well, I can't see.
Can you? Oh, all right. So here's the manual. So let's just have a quick look at it. So there's the first page.
Emmanuel.
And we get into building the cockpit. You can see all the bits and pieces in there. There's your Bombay.
Bombay.
Okay, so you see the Bombay with the doors going in place there. And inside the fuselage, so a few holes you got to poke through. And then we've got all those sub-assemblies going in. So there's your Bombay right there. And then your cockpit and then the tail gunner. Sandwiching the two halves there. Oh, it's got side guns there. That's why there's so many guns.
Lots of guns.
Yep. Got the tail section. That's going in place. There's your cockpit. So while we've got that, there's two options there for your canopy.
Depends what kind of canopy you want.
Yep. There's the underside. With,
Depends whether you're building
Bombay doors.
the cactus kitten or the bento box.
I like bento boxes. They make me hungry.
Mm.
I was talking about sausage before. There we go. There's the
Silly
engine.
sausage.
and your wings going together. So pretty simple assembly there. Engine nacelles going in. Engine, undercarriage. There's your flaps and stuff, all separate.
All the control flaps.
Yeah, so you can either have them straight or loose.
Are they posable?
They're posable.
Posable flaps.
You got your navigation lights and your spotlights. I don't know, what do you call them? Do you call them headlamps?
Not sure.
Engine nacelle going in. All right, so it's starting to do the nose. Look at all those machine guns in the nose. So that's the full nose, the A version, and there's the semi-gun nose, the B version.
Which
All
one
right.
would you do?
I'll do full guns, man.
Full guns.
Full guns. It's got to be full guns. So there's your nose going on.
I would put
Wings clipping into place.
I would put vases.
And then there's the legend of all the bits.
Oh.
So how's that?
So you don't need to actually have the instructions because you've got them here.
Well, that's it.
Is that right?
Well, I got them now, so I will be building it from there.
Are you chuffed with yourself? You did something really technical
I
there.
did something cool.
How was that?
I worked it out.
BJ did something. I love that. Well, that was an awesome look at the kit. Well, what have we got in store next? How's that
We've got
car
something
going?
else, haven't we?
I think we have.
I think that's pretty much guessed. I had something else here. Did I? Oh, I've got some kits down here. Have you
Yeah.
got anything else?
Yeah.
You got something else, haven't you?
I definitely have.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about that at the end then.
What do you got?
This is just a quick snippet.
Yep.
Because I'm not going to be unboxing this.
This is something else, Yokomo.
This is something else, Yokomo, that come in the shipment just the other day.
Hmm.
And this is, you might want to get onto it. Let's go to Overhead Town.
Overhead Town.
There's only one little picture.
This one here.
Yep. Let's get in there. That's it. I can move around a bit. That's right, people. It is a factory assembled BD11. Now, this isn't just a ready to run kit just thrown together. This has got all sorts of cool factory options.
It's got option bits in it.
It's got
all
option
written
bits
there.
in it. So got little things like the carbon fiber bumper bar brace.
Yep.
We've got the front shock tower brace that I can see.
Yep.
It's got alloy shock mounting balls.
Yep.
It's got different sway bars as opposed to the kit.
Mhm.
We've got a graphite battery hold down option.
Yep.
And when you add all that sort of stuff up, it's actually really good value.
It's
You know,
cheaper than getting the bits separate.
it's cheaper than buying the kit
Mm.
than buying the bits.
Yep.
You know, and you have somebody build it for you.
Yep.
So if you've ever thought that building a top level kit is absolutely just out of your realm or you're quite intimidated,
Yep.
but you'd still like to have one, Yokomo have got this very special box for you. So this is the Yokomo BD11.
Mm.
Go back front on.
Fronties.
This is the Yokomo BD11 factory assembled kit. Super cool box. I know it looks really white, but it's actually really cool looking. It's really cool, nice graphics.
Mm.
Yeah, I won't be opening this one because it's so darn special.
Well, it is in a display box, isn't it? That's a good quality box.
Yeah, it's even got a world championship sticker.
Yep.
I love that.
Mm.
That is so cool.
Class.
So yeah, if you guys ever want to check out a BD11 but really intimidated by building it, do yourself a favor. Get yourself a factory assembled one.
Yeah. Easy.
Easy.
Nice. All right. What have I got? I've got some more plastic.
Let's do it.
Look at the funky stuff. Look at that.
What is it? You have to
Batmobile.
talk me through it, mate. You know I'm no good
I
at
don't
this
know much
stuff.
about this one. I think it's from the new movie.
What movie?
Batman movie.
Is it?
Yeah, I reckon.
Okay.
So there's a new Batman, which I haven't seen. And he uses this American muscle Batmobile.
Does he?
But I've got no idea what it does. Usually
Well,
Batmobiles...
Well, Batman's American anyway, isn't he?
No, he comes from Gotham. Is that America?
I suppose. Somewhere in America.
Oh, there's some features on the side.
Got some features.
Yep. Should we go
What?
from top?
Yeah. Let's go to Top Town.
Oh, that's tight.
It's too tight like a tiger.
Oh,
Oh,
what am I doing?
uh-oh.
Oh, I've gone the wrong way.
we're going
Hang on.
fuzzy wuzzy.
How's that?
Here you go. Batmobile.
Yep.
The Batman version. Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
What other version would it be?
The Joker version.
That's right. Come around to this side. Oh, we can go to Twitter Town. All right. Got some pretty cool features.
What does it do?
Looks like we've got a really cool engine.
Hmm.
That's amazing. You say it's an American muscle car. I actually think it looks like a modified Lamborghini.
It does, doesn't
The
it?
way the engine's
The
hanging out
interesting
the
thing
back
is,
there.
I mean, Bandai, all their kits are designed to be easy to put together. They're pressed together, you don't need glue, they're all pre-colored.
Even this one.
Yeah. The
Really?
thing is, I mean, cars, you don't imagine them being like that because most push-together cars in the past have been really basic. But this looks really good. Got full interior.
Well, that seems pretty good because I'm not allowed near glue.
Not allowed near knives either.
Knives, glues, or shoes. I don't know why this.
Uh,
That is really
that's
cool.
terrible.
I love it.
Yep. So there you go. That is Batmobile.
Batmobile.
But this is interesting too. Now I don't have many of these to show you because when they came in, we put them out and most of them sold.
What is it?
So these are new Thunderbirds reissues. So these come from Barkman. So we've got them in from Barkman, and these are actually the
What do you mean, Barkman?
Barkman, as in Barkman trains. But they're not
But it
trains.
looks like spaceships.
They are. They're from the Thunderbirds. You know the Thunderbirds.
I've heard of such Thunderbirds.
You would have woken up early enough to see this, wouldn't you?
No.
Like 5, 6 a.m. in the morning,
No, I don't think I have,
haven't you?
but I'm really.
Now, there were 5 kits available to start with, but we only got 3 now. There was Lady Penelope's car as well. And what else was there? There was something else.
What was that?
Well, the 2 Thunderbird 2s are there. And we've got that big pointy thing. Can't remember what the other one was. But these are cool because these are a really old kit. They've been
Are they?
around. And these are actually made in Japan.
Well, it's a really old TV show, isn't it?
It is. Oh, 6 years, isn't it?
I don't know.
What's that? Thunderbird 3.
Thunderbird 2 comes with Thunderbird 4.
Yeah.
That's,
And this one comes with even more. And
That's-
it's clear.
that's deceptive. What
So
do you mean it's clear?
This one's molded clear so that when you've got all the bits inside, you can actually see them.
Hang on.
So you can choose to paint parts green.
Hang on.
So you can paint it half.
Why is it clear? Let's go to Overhead Town.
Hey?
Why is it clear?
So when you build
lost.
it, when you put the cargo thing into it, so there's the main fuselage. So obviously you can't see much of
2
it.
pods with assorted rescue vehicles.
That's right. So you got all of them in there. Look at all those little vehicles.
I don't understand
You put
why.
them all inside so you can see them inside.
May as well
In the
get
guts.
a Tupperware container.
Oh, there's a mole.
The mole?
A mole right there.
Nice to mole you. Okay. Well, thank you for clarifying that. I thought that you were pulling my leg.
I don't pull your leg.
They look like little TVs. Did you notice that? Or is it just me?
It's just you. No, it's absolutely right. They made them look like retro cathode ray TVs because that was the sort of era that they came out in. Look at that. So you better get onto these quick because they're disappearing quick. We obviously didn't calculate how popular they were going to be. So that's Thunderbirds.
Thunderbirds, who would have thought?
That's it.
Thunderbirds are go.
Okay.
Is that what they said?
That's it.
All
All right. What are we going to do now? So,
What time is it? I think we should have a good look at the week, car of the week, and shut it down, Beach.
yep, fair enough. Well, I've got this comment here from Clifton. He's got this tip on how to make your aircraft tires flat, like bulged.
Yeah? How
Yep.
do you do it, Cliff?
You put them on a hot plate and gently melt the tire into the desired shape.
My wife would shoot me if I did that. Hey?
That's why you do it when she's not watching.
Yeah, when she's not watching. Somebody put some diff gears in the microwave the other day.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah.
How did that work out?
Yeah, a smelly microwave. And some rather odd. So, what have we got here? So, this is a 1971 Ford Falcon. It was driven by Alan Moffat.
Yep.
And it did win the race.
Yep.
The reason that we chose the car this week is because it's Bathurst week.
It is, isn't it?
Bathurst is on this weekend. The cars are probably on track right now as we're speaking.
That's why I said sausage.
Sausage?
Bratwurst.
Bratwurst?
Bathurst?
Not sure.
No?
No,
That didn't work?
I'm still confused.
Maybe I haven't got my dad jokes right yet.
So that's why we chose this car. This is a 1971 Bathurst winner.
Look how shiny
yeah.
it is.
And the reason that it's gold is it's to celebrate, it's a tribute car, and that is to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the victory.
Yep.
So the car actually was red when it was raced in that year. So have a look at the shine and the gloss.
It's
Other than
interesting how
my
they got
grubby fingerprints on there,
They've
they've
got the,
clear coated over the stickers,
Yep.
which is a really nice touch.
and they've used that metallic sort of bronze for the contrasting brown on
Yeah.
the gold.
On top of like the spoilers and stuff,
Yep.
haven't they?
Yep.
They've
And even
done,
across the top of the windscreen.
done a really. I think it actually looks that. I actually didn't think much of it when I saw the box, but seeing it out of the box, it's one of those cars that looks way better in the skin.
Yep.
Now we've got our 351 Ford motor in there with the shaker. We've got some beautiful details, like you got your windscreen wiper motor, you've got your radiator hose clamps, you've got your battery leads in there.
Why is it called a shaker?
Sorry,
Why is it called a shaker?
it's called a shaker because it shakes.
You don't say.
because it's mounted to the top of the engine and it sticks through the bonnet, so
Right.
it does indeed shake.
Really?
Yes, unless you manage to completely weld your engine to
really?
the frame rails, it's going to move independently slightly of the car itself.
So if you got some Macca's shaker fries and you put them on top of that, you wouldn't have to shake the bag.
Would not have to shake the bag.
That is amazing.
I think we need to get one and see exactly. You know what you could do?
What?
You wouldn't have to do the Japanese stir anymore or the Mexican backhand.
I just stick it on top of there.
Stick it on top of there, mate.
That sounds like
You could have your Vallejo and your GSI and some air cans all just on top of your air filter. Give it a big rev. Off you go.
wow. That doesn't sound difficult at all, does it?
No. I'm going to open the door here without snapping it off with my big clumsy fingers.
I always like the way they've got one window down.
Always
and
like
showing the glass, so it looks like it's just been wound down.
And I like the way that because the kid in me really wants to play with it. I love the way that the front wheels are connected to the steering wheel.
Yeah.
And we've got a wood grain steering wheel there.
Yeah.
We've got an instrument cluster, which is really hard to pick up.
Yeah, wood grain steering wheel wouldn't have been that safe, would it?
We would have had gloves on, mate. It's not like you'd have sweaty hands. Come on. We've got a roll cage.
Talk about splinters.
Splinters. What? There's no rat in there. I don't think there's a rat in there, mate.
No? Oh, okay.
Jeez.
Not in the sewers?
Or a turtle. Oh, you've just thrown me. So I've got a beautiful roll cage in there. We've actually got textile seat belts, racing harness.
Oh, really?
And it's really hard to believe that back in those days, they actually raced with the factory seats. So no headrest. So if you had a
rear ender
shunt, you'd probably snap your head off in today's age. That said, the cars were admittedly a lot slower then. You know, they didn't have the traction and the power that they sort of have in this day and age. We got rubber texture tires, which is really nice.
All these gold details on the side skirts there.
Yeah. And the chrome work as well. How rich is the chrome work? This is limited to 1,000 pieces. We've got, beautiful sump, competition blue engine. You can see the steering mechanism underneath.
What was the diff bit here? Red. Was it to see oil?
I don't know. You probably don't want to see oil. You don't want the scrutiny is to see if you got leaking oil. I don't know. Probably means red's the go fast diff. Put the go fast diff in radio.
Okay.
Got our drop tank,
Yep.
big range tank
Mm.
to try and get more fuel stops out of them.
Yep.
Yeah, this is classic collectibles at their finest.
How good is it?
As I rip the boot off.
What's in the boot?
In the boot, not much, mate. It's a race car. There's no spare tire in this one.
No.
We have got the fuel filler, which is really cool that they've left that in there.
Yep.
Vinyl flooring on top of the fuel cell.
How did they fill them up then? They still use the same thing, didn't they?
Yeah, it was probably modified.
Yeah.
But it was probably, They
Like
did
chunkier,
use,
so it's faster fuel.
yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Some of the cars, like the XU1 and stuff, you had to open the boot and fill up the fuel cell.
Oh, okay.
Like it had like a big thing. But
Yep.
yeah, these ones and later on there.
They've got the
You're
quick release thing.
pretty much not allowed to put fuel in running cars now.
Yep.
So there you go.
Nice.
Super cool.
How good's that?
Classic car collectibles. Bathurst week. Get amongst it.
What have we got here?
I didn't even break it. I'm so proud of myself.
Oh, so Clifton's come up with this. His first wife left him because he used a hot plate for funky modeling things.
That will happen. That could be a thing.
So there's a lesson for you. You don't let on that it's being used. not don't use it. Just make sure you don't get found out.
Don't get found out.
That's it.
There's the molten plastic sprues everywhere.
It'll be burning plastic too. Well, that's it, isn't it?
I think on that note,
That's the end of another show.
episode 124.
It's a bit crazy when we're together, isn't it?
It's a little bit different energy, yeah. It was
Yeah.
really cool to have Paul in. That
Mm.
car was amazing. If you get the opportunity, check it out for yourself in the skin. Like
Yeah.
we couldn't go into the detail
I wanna see it go.
exactly. Yeah, we will definitely go out to the track and see it go. But yeah, that's pretty cool.
There we go.
All right, guys.
That's the end of episode. What was that? 124.
124.
Well, it's coming down, isn't it? All right.
125 next
There
week.
we go. Well, it's a pretty long one today too. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that.
I hope
As
you
much as
enjoyed
we
it.
did.
Oh yeah, we always have fun, didn't we?
Yeah.
Have a good, safe weekend. Have fun and gear up ready for the Bendigo Classic.
That's it. We'll
That's
see
on
you
our
there.
cards.
And then the Vintage Bash is later on in the month too, which we're looking forward to.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Absolutely. All right,
All right.
guys.
Until next time,
Thanks for watching.
stay safe. See you later.